Hey everyone, it's Martina with Sales Leadership and Management for Dummies. It's been a couple weeks and I apologize. I've actually had a few phone calls, probably about 8 to 10, so that was really pretty good on people noticing that my podcast wasn't out there. I had my dad in from out of town, had some other visitors, so needless to say, I didn't have the time. I apologize. But anyways, I'm back and we're back on track. Today, I would like to talk about something that's kind of close to my heart. And I noticed so many people would probably get truly a thumbs down in this area. And it is customer service. Customer service, we have different areas of customer service. If you're in outside sales, we have outside sales customer service. If you're in retail, we have retail customer service. There's drive-throughs, there's restaurants. And most companies actually fail in this area. They've actually gotten away from the customers, what they think. And what's so weird about it is, and we're in a world where everybody's posting everything. No one ever posts, "Hey, I had such a great time at this location." The sales rep or I walked into a retail store and the sales rep was so friendly and so kind. But let them be rude or make poor eye contact or not be able to help you, and watch how fast that information gets out there. So one of the things that are close to my heart is because I deal with a lot of small business owners. I deal with vape shops, I deal with laundromats, I deal with little boutiques, nail salons, you name it. Those are my big customers, right? And the one thing I notice about them, and they're the people that can afford to lose the least amount of customers. Because let's be honest, they're not getting as many customers through there as the large retail. So in order to get customer loyalty, if you have a small store, whether you're selling clothing, skateboards, shoes, makeup, a vape shop, your salespeople there, your retail counter people that you have working for that counter, you only have one or two, so you need to make those people count. Truly, you do. Those people there, they can make or break your business because your business is small, and there's a lot of them out there just like you. One thing I notice when I go into them, and I've done some secret shopping for a couple of them, the customers have asked me to come in or excuse me, business owners have asked me to come in and just secret shop their location. And the first thing that I notice when I come in is the lack of communication. And that's a big one. I can walk into a small store, and I'm going to pick on a vape shop because that was a customer that just recently asked me to come and do secret shopping and to help them with their customer service needs to see where they could use help. Well, the first thing I noticed when I walked in was the salesperson or the retail counter person, the person working there, rather, they were playing on their phone. So they were truly engaged with what was ever going on their phone, whether they were YouTubing, playing a game, Facebooking, whatever. I was able to walk into this small facility, which in the front half is maybe 2,000 square feet. So you can see me because there's only one door to come in, right? So there I am. I'm walking in and I'm looking around because I'm looking to make a decision on what to purchase. The person never once looked up. The person never once said, "I'll be right with you." They just glance up and then they keep doing what they're doing. So then I ask a question, "Hey, how about this product here? You know, what kind of, products do you have on the shelf? Tell me about that one right there." Then they look at you like they're almost irritated that you asked a question. And it's probably not so much that you asked the question, it's that they didn't have any product knowledge of the product that you have your retail rep selling. So they have no knowledge. And that's your mistake as a business owner. If your employees have no product knowledge, then you failed as an owner to train them and to teach them some knowledge. So I don't need you to read the label to me. I need you to actually tell me about this product, right? It's what we expect. It's the least they can do. They seem to fail to have knowledge. They get aggravated when you ask too many questions. They never offer to upsell, and, getting wrung out. Well, hey, that's just what they're there for, is to push the buttons on the cash register. So not only did you fail to have knowledge, you failed to upsell me. So small business owner, you're losing 40% probably in revenue just by you not asking me to buy something additional or something else that would work with whatever product I purchased. Even if it's a beverage, something, right? But you failed. So congratulations. If you're barely making rent on your little square footage facility, then it's because you failed to hire the right people. I notice a lot of people have cameras in their locations too, watching these employees. Well, if I've got an employee and all they're doing is playing on their phone when I have a customer in my facility, guess what? You don't have a job tomorrow. Plain and simple. There's a lot of people out here needing jobs. So, small business owner, I would suggest that you work with your inside retail counter people. Teach them the product. At the very minimum, they need to know the product. Also, teach them the expectations of when a customer actually walks into the facility, on what your expectations are and how to handle those customers appropriately, so that everybody feels special. They feel good about their purchase. They want to come back. They tell their friends that's where they purchase their products. Word of mouth is a beast. You definitely need a good word of mouth. Truly you do. Yeah, truly you do. And, the biggest thing I'm noticing, and it seems to be more with the, I like to call them the under 40 group. You guys need to stop with the no eye contact. The no eye contact is just horrible. It's truly horrible. Unless you have a mental illness, there's no reason why you should have an employee working for you who fails to make eye contact with a customer. A lot of us come from a world that, when you're talking to us, we like you to look at us at the very minimum. I know my customers personally, they enjoy the good eye contact, right? Because that tells them that I'm listening, that I'm engaged, and that I care about what they're saying. There is nothing worse than no eye contact. Make sure your employees can speak clearly. Make sure that people can understand what they're saying. That's really important as well. In order to be able to communicate with everybody, you have to be able to communicate effectively. Those are just little things, right? As far as retail. So I'm going to quit picking on you guys, and now I'm going to go back to my outside salespeople. My outside salespeople, a lot of you are making great eye contact. If you're selling and you're hitting your numbers every month, then you're doing something right. Right? You're speaking well, you're making the eye contact, you're doing the smiling, you're engaging with your customers. So if you're hitting your numbers and you're where you should be, or exceeding that a little bit, or even by a lot, then you're doing something right. So hey, pat on the back. That's right, pat on the back for you guys. Where I see a lot of my outside salespeople failing, however, and you can get those numbers even higher, don't work as hard sometimes, work smart. I get a lot of these outside sales reps that what they're doing for a living is they're staying in great shape, right? Hey, they're doing a lot of walking, they're knocking on doors, residential, small business, and they're putting in those miles. You are walking. They are getting customers because every day they're out there looking for a new customer. Every day, whether it's 104 degrees or 34. The outside sales rep is usually out there making things happen. They have goals, they have targets, and they just keep going out there and making it happen. And my hat's off to you. If you've got that tenacity to keep on going and keep on knocking, then you keep doing what you're doing. Because one thing about outside sales, it's the only career that you can have that if you're better than somebody else, that your paycheck shows it. So that's why sales is so important, and sharpening our skills just a little bit can make a huge difference. I joke with everybody. My running joke has always been that I'm lazy. I'll tell you real quick. I don't like knocking on doors every day. Not anymore. Not after over 28 years doing it. Now do I still do it? Absolutely, because that's just the way sometimes you've got to get business is you've got to keep knocking on those doors. But something I notice a lot of salespeople will brag about is, hey, I knock on all these doors, I knock on all these doors, I knock on all these doors, look at my sales, look, my numbers are just showing it, boom, boom, boom. And then they'll look at me and they say, well, how do you get all your sales? Well, true enough, I knock on doors. I make phone calls. Hey, I'm a beast on the phone. I'll go talk to new business owners. I hang out. I put stickers on windows. But what separates me from a lot of outside sales reps is I truly believe in working smarter and not harder, right? So a lot of you guys just to work really super hard, and hey, my hat's off to you. Keep doing it, man. If you don't want to work smarter, hey, I'll take those customers over for you. I'll help you out. Truly, I will. So what I like to do, when I get a sale, the first thing I like to do is I always have the customer programming my cell phone number in their phone. Now, I don't tell them just to put in my name. I put the name of the company before my name or what it is. So in my industry, I'm in the security industry. So I have them put it under Alarm and then Martina. Because moving forward, I let my customers know I am now your personal security liaison. That's what I do. I am now your go-to for everything. The former company I used to work for used to say I had more customers out of all the sales reps in the company that called me direct for everything. And when I say everything, I'm talking about from billing to, hey, something might be messed up, to I need a customer service call. But that's not just the reason why they have my phone number. Hey, we need to add an additional location. My friend, she needs an alarm system. Or, hey, they need additional services. So my phone number is in there because people will forget who you are. Now, when I say people will forget who you are, not so much my customers. And I'm going to tell you why my customers don't forget who I am. I can walk into most of your customers right now, and I can almost put a 20 spot on it, and I would love for anybody to challenge me to it. A customer that you haven't sold in over a year, let me walk into that facility and ask them who their sales rep is. And I bet they don't have a clue. They'll go, I don't know. And I'm like, hey, well, can you describe the person to me? Hey, I don't know. I haven't seen or heard from them since I purchased my product. Internet. They don't have a clue who their sales rep is. They just know the company's name. Well, good for them, because that hurts you. That truly hurts you. If your customer doesn't know your name and how to get a hold of you directly, congratulations. You've just helped the inside sales department of your company take your business away, and you were the one who actually worked for it. So congratulations. Your company wins. You're the mule, and they're collecting the benefits from your hard work. Now, if you want to make a change and you don't want to be the mule for your company, then what you do is you have to start treating yourself like you're self-employed. Remember, your company is there to back you, provide a product, and to take care of the customer on the service end, on the big scale. Your job, excuse me, is to take care of your customer, provide excellent customer service, to be there for all their needs, whether it's cameras, alarm systems, internet, whatever it is, you're selling them products, retail, anything. Your job is that customer needs to know your name and your contact info like this. When someone says, hey, who do you do business with? They want to name a company. No, I'm talking about the person you do business with. Who is your person? See, that's a different conversation with a customer. Because if your customer feels like they know you and they like you, then they're going to continue to do business with you. And it doesn't matter which company you're with, or if you leave the current company you're with, those customers will still be your customers because they're going to still call you. And when they need additional services, they're going to call you. They're not going to call that magic 800 number, right? They only call the 800 number, my customers, when I tell you to call the 800 number or recommend that you do that, so to speak, because it's something that's above my grade. But I knew about the problem in advance, which means now after I tell you that, hey, you need to call that 800 number so they can set you up or they can do this or they can handle the billing, it allows me to call them back the next day and to confirm that they were taken care of on those needs. But one thing I do differently than probably a lot of people is I have two different routes that I do. So I've invested in myself, and I treat myself as I'm self-employed. I don't treat myself as, hey, I work for this corporation, they're going to do these great things for me, because that's nonsense. Again, they're treating you like a mule. Believe me when I tell you that. They want you to go out there, hey, self-generate, self-generate, self-generate. But from all your hard work, if you drop the ball in this one area, you've just became their mule. So I've invested in myself in Constant Contact. Every customer I sell, I also upload their information to my Constant Contact. So that means about every 4 to 6 weeks, I'm going to drop an email to you. I'm not going to sell you any products. I'm not going to offer to sell you any products. Basically, I'm sending you a reminder with things that you could do with the current services that you have, and also to remind you that I'm here in the event that you have any additional needs, whether it's this location or another. But that's what my email purpose is for. Plus, it tells my customer I'm still reaching out to you every month, right? Every 4 to 6 weeks, Martina's here for you. Now, one thing else I've found that I like to do is, and I found this actually to be a little bit more effective, is I will copy and paste text messages directly to my customer's cell phone. And it'll just say, hey, something simple, might be a rainy day. And I'll say, hey, happy rainy day. It's Martina, it's your alarm lady, right? You could say, hey, this is Bill, this is your internet guy. But hey, I'm your alarm lady, it's Martina, reaching out just to say, hey, I hope you're having a great day on this rainy day. It's maybe time to check your batteries. Make sure none of the batteries are low in your equipment. Maybe time to test your alarm system. Something along those lines, right? Then I come back with, hey, just a friendly reminder. Don't keep me a secret. Tell your friends and family. Also, if you need any additional help, whether it's this location or another, reach out to me directly. I'm here to help. Probably, I would say over 50% of my customers at least shoot me back immediate text. And it always says, hey, Martina, thanks for checking in. Or they like my comment, something. But now I've triggered them again that I'm still here. They know my name. And the reason why you know they know my name, most of them, is my phone number is also programmed in their phone. So when it comes through, because I asked them when I first took care of them to program in my phone number. So when I send a text message, they know it's not spam. They're going to read it. This usually increases my numbers depending on what month it is. But I can usually pick up 5 to 7 more deals just by doing that once a month. Once a month, I might spend 4 to 6 hours copy and pasting text messages. I don't do them in a group thread. Excuse me. Because I want them to be able to reply to me directly. Copy and paste doesn't take a long time, right? It's just truly boom, 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 boom. But it's worth my 4 to 6 hours because where you might have been walking 4 to 6 hours on an additional day out in the field, you might get 1, maybe 2 deals. When I send out my text messages and I send them out every 30 days like clockwork, then what happens is I'm already increasing from whatever I'm doing and whatever I'm adding. I'm also now still getting all this backflow from my existing customers. So the difference between me and a lot of different people is the fact all these are still coming to me. They're all still coming to me. They're not calling the 800 number. Hey, you know what? They'll call me up and they'll have a question. I got a billing error. I'm like, really? Well, what's going on? So we talk about it. And then I'm like, hey, you know what? If you call this number, I can't actually see your bill. But if you call this number, see if they can get that straightened out for you. If not, call me back and I'll run it up the chain of command from inside my office. And they're just all like, oh, wow. They don't mind that I told them to call the 800 number. They were just glad that I answered. I knew who they were, and I was able to address their concerns. And I'm still here if they have any additional concerns. And customers love that. If you just reach out to your customers every 30 days, I'm talking about all of your customers, then what happens is your business will go from here to here. It'll pick up automatically. Not because you're just this fabulous person, not because, hey, you're working harder than everybody else. It's because your customers know who you are. So if someone else tries to come in and take that business from you, from a competitor, they're going to have a lot harder time to steal your client because your client has a personal rapport with you, which means they know the person that they're dealing with, right? Plus now when they ask, and hey, I have another location, your prices might be higher than the competitors, but you can always fall back on, but I'm here to take care of you, unlike all of my competitors. They're going to just tell you to call these numbers. They don't want anything to do with you anymore. I'm always going to be here. And that's what separates a true salesperson versus just a salesperson, right? I'm going to own my clients. I'm going to be there for my clients. They are going to hear from me every 30 days like clockwork. I don't miss holidays. I always follow up to check on them right after they're installed or they're taken care of, if they had a customer service issue. And that's what separates, the average to the above average and so forth. It's not so much always working harder. Sometimes we got to work smarter. And sometimes you got to outsmart your competitors, which isn't hard to do because nowadays people truly, they lean on the side of being lazy. They really do. But just make sure that you're making good eye contact, ask for any additional referrals and stuff like that. But the customer service is truly the biggest issue. So what if your customer is going to text you back and say, hey, you know what, I'm upset, my service hasn't been working right, and this, that, and the other. I'd rather get that call personally, fix the problem, help them get over that hurdle and that challenge, than just to have them call the 800 number and cancel. Because once I've helped them fix that issue, because I've provided them unsurpassed customer service, they're my customer for life. It takes me from being a mule to being a great liaison and an expert in my field to be able to help my customers. So anyways, I hope this information helps you guys. I'd really like you to get your numbers up. Truly, that is my passion, is just to see you guys just do better, man. Do better. You don't have to be average, and you don't have to just be a mule. Start working your database like you own that database, like you're proud of those clients that you worked for. Show your employer, hey, I've got this. You've created yourself to be valuable. Truly you have. But anyways, if you need me, feel free to reach out to me. I'm also going out and doing surveys with people. If you're interested in any type of training or anything like that, or secret shopping, I do that as well. So you can just drop me a note right there in the box. Make sure you like my podcast, subscribe, and I'm here for you any way I possibly can, whether you're sending me a message online or you're just texting them to me directly. But anyways, make it a great day. Watch the football game because it is Sunday. Anyways, and think sales, leadership, management for dummies. And until next time, you guys have a great day. Bye.